Tearing them limb from limb is not a sport. It is not an ancient Irish tradition. It is not a rural pursuit. It's an alien bloodlust imported into this country by a colonial aristocracy. The Irish Masters of Foxhounds Association was established in 1845 during the famine. While ordinary people were starving to death, there was aristocrats in red coats riding around on horseback, torturing animals to death. Minister, you're defending the indefensible, and I think you know it. You're defending cruel, barbaric practices. You're defending the organised killing for human entertainment of a tiny minority of foxes, and then you try to do it in a way to suggest that it shouldn't be divided along urban and rural lines, having simply 2 minutes previously saying that this is a wedge issue for us designed to be emotive and confrontational, and there's many other rural activities we'd like to ban. So on the one hand you say we shouldn't be pitching it as urban and rural, we agree, but on the other hand you are doing precisely that. You say that we are presenting this as a binary issue. I don't know what non-binary way you want to present it. Some of us are opposed to fox hunting. We're opposed to this cruel, barbaric practice. We think that it must go the way of dog fighting. I don't know if you had a problem with the banning of dog fighting. We're opposed to badger baiting. It should be banned immediately. Others don't agree with that. You think that this should continue. That is a binary issue. I'm sorry if that offends you in some way. I think you didn't say rural pursuit. Instead, you went for rural activities. Because, of course, it brings us back into the presidential election, whereby fox hunting played an unexpectedly outsized role in the campaign as an illustration of how incredibly out of touch Heather Humphreys was, with her continued invocation of rural pursuits and her enthusiastic support for fox hunting, not shared by the vast majority of the public. In the end, the anti-fox hunting candidate won, the pro-fox hunting candidate lost, and it was a strong illustration for people of this person is wildly out of touch. It's therefore deeply ironic that we're going to have a vote tonight in the Dáil where it seems that the three big parties are going to continue to be out of touch, not take the lesson of that presidential election and vote to allow this cruel practice to continue. I mean, the only way you can defend the indefensible is with misinformation and a divisive approach. The suggestion that this is about pest control. I mean, firstly, to be clear, it's misinformation to say that our bill bans shooting of foxes. It's about fox hunting. Right? That's what the bill is about. People can go and read it online. If you had a problem, and this is what you would often do, if you agreed with, so if you want to come back in the sum up and say, we agree with a ban on fox hunting, but we have a problem with some of the wording, the way that it's done, no problem. Then what is done is it's passed at second stage and it's amended at committee stage. The point in terms of the ban on trail hunting is there because precisely this has been used in Britain as a way of continuing kind of undercover, underground fox hunting, but there's no ban specified, and we support the possibility of the continuation of drag hunting. But let's be real in terms of the argument about pest control. Saoirse McHugh makes a really good point in the paper today. I don't think anybody believes that getting a pack of 50 dogs and 50 people on horseback to chase a single fox to exhaustion is a reasonable or efficient form of pest control. Foxes are no threat to anyone or anyone's livelihood. They are beautiful, intelligent animals that play a vital role in our ecosystem. Tearing them limb from limb is not a sport. It is not an ancient Irish tradition. It is not a rural pursuit. It's an alien bloodlust imported into this country by a colonial aristocracy. The Irish Masters of Foxhounds Association was established in 1845 during the famine. While ordinary people were starving to death, there was aristocrats in red coats riding around on horseback, torturing animals to death. That's what this tradition is about. And I have to put it to Sinn Féin. What are you thinking about supporting this colonial practice? If you don't come to your senses, if you don't change your party's position on this, I hope at the very least you will allow a free vote. Surely you know that this is going to be done away with. Like, we are not, in 20 years' time, going to have a continuation of fox hunting in this country. Surely a majority of the Sinn Féin membership supports a ban on fox hunting. I certainly know those I worked with in the presidential campaign were laughing at Heather Humphreys and her support of rural pursuits and her defence of fox hunting. And if not, surely some of you will break with the party whip and vote with the people who are overwhelmingly opposed, urban or rural, overwhelmingly opposed to fox hunting.